And then, a pinch of togarashi or Japanese chili powder. I'm very excited for this video today because we are making a very special dish. It's close to my heart because it's made out of SPAM! This is something that people have been making at home. I want to show you guys how to make a basic SPAM Musubi. This is a Hawaiian dish. It was originated there because SPAM is really popular in Hawaii. So we will be making a SPAM Musubi, a regular one first. And for my second dish, I am making a very special surprise flavored SPAM Musubi. So stay tuned. I'll show you how to make the basic one right now. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to marinate our SPAM. Okay, so have a nice container where you can put all of your liquids. I am going to combine some mirin. Mirin is Japanese rice wine. Okay, Japanese rice wine vinegar to be exact. So mirin, a little bit of soy sauce, just a touch. What we're doing here is we are making it into like a barbecue sauce. Okay, you want it sweet, you want it salty, so that it brings out the flavor of your SPAM even more. Okay, and then a bit of honey. The honey will help caramelize the SPAM when we start frying it. And some garlic powder. Just mix your marinade. I just put enough liquid for it to cover all of my SPAM. Let's give it a taste. All right, this is perfect. Now to slice our SPAM. I'm using regular SPAM for this. There are actually 3 variants that are available right now in most of the supermarkets. So you have the SPAM Classic, you also have the less sodium, and you also have the SPAM Light. One of the dishes that I can say was part of my parang claim to fame na rin, no? Was yung caramelized SPAM with kimchi rice and 6-minute egg with malunggay pesto pa. It was really my best seller in one of my former restaurants. One can of SPAM, you can actually get around 8 slices out of this, okay? Squeeze it out. There you go. And straight into your marinade. This can marinate for a few hours. Now to make the sushi rice for our musubi. Sushi rice has just one very important secret. Make sure it's straight out of the rice cooker so that the flavors get incorporated properly. So this is nice and hot. So while the rice is still hot, it's going to absorb all the flavors of your seasoning. The seasoning is very simple. Okay, so in a bowl, mirin, a bit of sugar, a pinch of salt. Give it a nice mix. We're not using a lot. For around maybe 2 cups of rice, this is just around a 1/4 cup of marinade. You want your rice to absorb this while it's still warm. Okay? And then you sprinkle it slowly. Give it a nice stir so that your rice is seasoned. Now being absorbed. If it gets too wet, you will have a hard time making your musubi sticky. I think my rice is now getting nice and shiny. And then you have to cool this down completely before you can use this. There. Very nice sushi rice. Let's give it a try. If it's seasoned enough. Perfect. My SPAM has been marinating for hours. Here you go. So before assembly, of course, let's fry the SPAM. A little bit of olive oil. So now, we will start frying our SPAM. It's been marinating for hours. Just a little bit of neutral flavored oil will do on your pan. There you go. Let's fry a couple of slices. Give it a quick flip. Oh wow, look at that coloring. The marination has given it a nice sugary crust. This is good. This is perfect. Just a few minutes per side. Beautiful. Now, I'm going to put in a bit of my marinade because I want to make a nice glaze for my Spam. You don't need any thickeners here. The sugars from the mirin and the honey will thicken it for you. Pour it into a bowl. This will thicken even more as it cools down. And now time for assembly of our musubi. Okay, the secret to working with sushi rice, make sure your hands are always wet. So, have a bowl of water on standby. I've soaked it in water so that the rice doesn't stick to the sides. For your musubi, you want a nice inch and a half of your sushi rice. So again, so that it doesn't stick to your hands, make sure your hands are wet. Okay. Again, make sure that your press is wet, everything is wet so that it doesn't stick everywhere. Okay. Nice. Okay, nice inch and a half. We are going to glaze our rice with our sauce, our marinade that we've reduced so that the flavor seeps into your musubi. Okay. And then, of course, our Spam. Oh, perfect. Around an inch and a half of nori strip. Okay. Go around like a nice little package. Seal it at the bottom. So a little bit of water to seal. Oh my. Now for our finishing touches, we are going to put a bit of Japanese mayo and then a pinch of togarashi or Japanese chili powder. And there you have it, folks. This is your basic Spam Musubi. And now to give our Spam Musubi a try. Oh my gosh. Isa pa, isa pa. So the saltiness of the Spam went really well with the sushi rice, where it's a bit sweet, a bit tart, and of course, you know, the nori adds a nice earthy flavor and the spice from the togarashi. This is why a Spam Musubi is such a famous snack, not only in Hawaii, but all over the world. Now that we've shown you how to make a basic musubi, we're gonna level it up a bit. I'm gonna show you a really nice, quick, special recipe on what to do with Spam Musubi. We will do a Chori burger Spam Musubi. Oh yeah, let's do it. Who does not like a nice, sweet, and tangy Chori burger from Boracay? Oh my gosh, diba? Orderin mo sa may beach, maamoy mo yung usok habang iniihaw, no, habang hinihintay mo. They place it in a nice, soft, pillowy bun. Sabay kakainin mo na agad. Bagay na bagay yan, feeling ko, if we turn it into a musubi. Okay, time for our bonus recipe, our Chori burger Spam Musubi. I have now some skinless chorizo. You can use longanisa, whichever you want. This is the sweet kind because I want to go back to those fields where you're in the beach, you know, how you have those grilled Chori burgers. That's the concept for this one. Remember, we had an extra Spam from earlier. You just want to wrap your Spam. This is already the cooked, fried, marinated Spam from earlier. You just want to wrap it inside your skinless chorizo or longanisa. Okay. You don't want it too thick, guys. Okay. You want your chorizo just thin enough to wrap it all the way through so that when you fry it, it becomes a nice casing, a nice surprise, right? Inside. Time to fry your Spam stuffed chorizo. What we did with our Chori wrapped Spam was we put it in the freezer really quick. We wrapped it in cling wrap so that it retains its shape and form, so that it's easier when you start frying it, okay? So now that my pan is nice and hot, I'm going to start frying. Low medium heat so that you don't burn the chorizo easily. It's not a burger if it doesn't have cheese, right? You know, I'm gonna use some sliced cheese, fold it in half because, you know, our musubi is not the same size as a normal burger. You can use cheddar, mozzarella. This is some white cheddar. And actually, we can just wait for this to melt. So we are done frying our SPAM stuffed chori. This looks so good, guys. Have you seen it? I mean, check it out. So let's start assembling again our musubi. Same steps as earlier. Make sure that everything's wet, your hands, everything. Okay, your sushi rice is right here. Same step. Use our nice glaze, our teriyaki barbecue marinade glaze that we made. And then our chori with the cheese on top. Oh my, check that out. Our nori strip. I don't even think the nori is going to reach it. It's okay, we can just stick it to the sides of the rice. Top it with some mayo. Japanese mayo is not like your normal mayonnaise. It also has a bit of umami. And again, top it off with your togarashi for that bit of kick. Wow, this looks so amazing, guys. Of course, we have to show you where the SPAM is. We're going to slice it right smack in the middle. Check out this beautiful cross section, guys. See the chorizo, the SPAM, and then the rice. I think it's time to give it a try. This is gonna be a mouthful. SPAM Musubis are meant to be experienced all across the globe. It's an amazing invention, combining both Japanese, Hawaiian, American heritage. It's truly a global dish. Please don't forget to click on like and subscribe, youtube.com/Chef Edward. Make your own SPAM Musubi at home and don't forget to tag me and SPAM in our social media accounts at Chef Edward, at SPAM Brand PH. You have until the end of November to win fabulous prizes from myself and SPAM.